Good evening, everyone. In this video of today, we are going to understand about the inward looking trade strategy, which is also called as import substitution strategy. Now, please understand that firstly, the year of 1991 in our Indian economy is called as a year of divide. Why? Because before the year 1991, our country was following an inward looking trade strategy, and because it could not give the desired results, so after 1991 we started to look for promotion of export. I repeat, in the year 1991, which is classified as a year of great divide in our Indian economy, is because before the year 1991 our country focused on inward looking trade strategy, which is also called import substitution strategy, which because of its failure got shifted to export promotion strategy. Now, please understand, I am using two lines over here. One, import substitution, which was done before 1991, and the other word is export promotion, which is being done after the year 1991. Now, let's first try to understand import substitution strategy, which was being done by our country before 91. Now, this strategy says that we should protect our domestic industry from abroad countries' industries through some import restriction and duties. Import substitution strategy says that it is a strategy which gives protection to our domestic industry by putting some imports duty for the industries or goods which comes from abroad. Now, firstly, please understand that there are some features of this import substitution. Import substitution, first point, says that we should protect our domestic industries by making some changes in our imports. What will happen is, rather than importing, we will protect our industries because from imports. What happens is, generally the countries which come from abroad keep their prices less, make some efficient goods, because of which our domestic industries have to suffer. That is why we have to protect our domestic industries. So how to protect our domestic industries from the abroad countries is what is called import substitution strategy. Second, we all know that when we import goods from abroad or from international market, we need to pay foreign exchange. Now, as foreign exchange is limited in our country, the more we will import, the more we will lose foreign exchange. So that is why we need to put a restriction on our imports so that we are left with more foreign exchange. This is the second point. Third one, the more we restrict the imports, the more will be the chance for our Indian industries or domestic industries to grow. And fourth and the last is, this strategy was adopted to avoid competition. This strategy was avoided by the government to avoid competition from the international market. Now the question is, what are the ways in which our domestic industries can be protected? Well, there are two ways from where we can protect ourselves from imports. One is tariff, and the other is quota. One is tariff and one is quota. Now, what is tariff? It is a duty which is charged on the imported good. It is a duty which is charged on the imported good. Now, what happens is a good comes from abroad. When it comes from abroad, the Indian government charges some tax on it, charges some duty on it. Now, including the duty, the good becomes expensive. The good becomes expensive, because of which the abroad countries don't wish to enter our market. And when they don't enter, our Indian industries will grow. Second is quota. Quota means the government fixes a fixed amount. The government fixes a fixed amount of how much import it needs to make of goods from different countries, and no country can exceed that quota. So, any foreign country cannot produce and bring his goods of his own choice, the quantity of goods from his own choice, but a restriction is put by the government, and after that, they cannot bring more goods. So, people in India will be left only with domestic industries goods. These are the two techniques of stopping the imports in our country. I repeat, import substitution strategy was done before the year 1991 and is also called as inward looking trade strategy, where there was a focus on protection of domestic industries from imports, and it was done through two methods. One is called tariff and the other is called quota. Thank you everyone.